From the top to the bottom, at the core, I forgot in the middle of my thought. What's good, YouTube? Yo, boy 21 here, bringing us another episode of Locals Report today. And I'm just gonna start off by saying Locals is getting harder for me. Starting off, my first Locals report I did for the format about 2 weeks ago. I went undefeated with chain gadgets, beating 3 shadows and 1 Satellite. So that gave me the confidence that my deck could do good up and coming later on in the weeks. The following week I played, I lost. I forgot how those matches went. I'll link the video in the description down below or in the annotation somewhere on the screen. And this week I did the free locals instead of the money locals this week because for one, the free locals was on Monday and I had a day off, and I might watch my son on Wednesday, so I don't know if I went to the money locals. So I decided to go to the free locals today. And at the free locals, there's more people because it's free, so you run into more rogue stuff. Round one, I played against Lightsworn. And game one, I was controlling the board with stuff like Vanity Dampton is. I had my D prisms putting in work. And I really didn't draw too many traps like that, but I drew enough opening hand that sustained me. And then Mermilio got the bottom and started holding, etc. And my opponent was using stuff like Soul Charge and etc. And he was down to 2,300. Now, mind you, he was down to 2,300 and I was at 8,000. But he had more card advantage. He had dragons in the graveyard. So going into later in the duel, I knew for a fact, okay, he has 2 Eclipse Wyverns, a Banished JD, and a Necrogardener. So he had a Lila on the floor. No, not Lila, but the girl that special summons him back, the 1,000 attack power girl on the board. And the only play that I could have made to win the game at that point was Rasbotting Berserk, banish 2 out of the graveyard, equip it to Gigant X, attack over the 1,000 attack power Lightsworn girl for Celestia, attack over Celestia for game. So I was debating on doing that because he had low life points, but I'm thinking, okay, if he has Honest, he's gonna come back and win. So I'm like, okay, he's milled through cards and stuff. I didn't see Honest. He's drawing cards. I'm like, Honest is 1 out of 40 cards. So what are the odds? I attack, and sure enough, he had Honest, get rid of my Gigant X. Following turn, he basically gained back momentum by drawing more cards and doing some more milling more dragons, and it was pretty much GG, no read for me. And then going into game 2, I pretty much I went first again. I went first both games. Going into game 2, I opened up 4 gadgets and a D prison. That's self-explanatory loss right there. So, I didn't really get too mad because I'm like, I pile shuffled, and I know my deck got a good shuffling, so it was more along the lines of like me just drawing bad. And I'm not saying it's because of the draw 5. The drawing 5 thing is hurting me. I'm not gonna lie, it's the new ruling, but at the same time, it's like deck is pretty much drawing as consistent as it was last 2 formats I'm running it. It's just that now with stuff like Soul Charge and redundant cards like Honest, like stuff like that, the cards that you can't really do nothing about, it's always going to be in the game forever. Well, I don't think Soul Charge is in the game forever. You can't do nothing about it, so I lose that game, that round. Lose round, lost round 1 of Lightsworn. Going into round 2, I played up against X-Sabers. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty cool game, but it was a Swift 2-0. I knew he was running X-Saber, so game 1, I just completely just outplayed him because he was just setting a lot, and I just gained momentum, gadget summon, search, gadget summon, gadget Kage search, gadget Goldfish search. I just had too much advantage. And then game 2, he summoned he summoned an X-Saber in attack mode. No, he summoned Grand Mode in attack mode, set 1 back row pass. No, he didn't even do that. He summoned Grand Mode in attack mode pass. And I just had 10 Goldfish, Kage, Chain Summoning Gadget, and that was pretty much GG right there. So yeah, I ran to X-Saber surprisingly. Now mind you, Hot Sauce Games is a competitive locals, so once again, like I was saying, since it's a free locals, you're gonna run into more rogue stuff, and so I just consider pretty much round 2 was a bye. I mean, it's X-Sabers. X-Sabers aren't that competitive right now. At least I haven't seen a good build of it yet. And round 3, I ended up playing against Mythic Rulers, another rogue deck that I didn't expect to play today. I expected either a Satellite or a Shadow, or at least a Burning Abyss. Still haven't played against Burning Abyss yet. So anyway, I played up against the what the fuck? So met the ruler deck. Game one, we're going back and forth. It was a really good game, and it was like I had Anthony's, he had this, I had this, he had that, and he had flipped the word decree on me, and then Silver Cry, bring back the Blue Eyes White Dragons, and I'm like, fuck, he has so much momentum over me, and a lot of stuff was banished game once I was just banishing up. He made Master Blaze. I made Ouroboros, run over Master Blaze, banish another dragon out of his graveyard, just for he won't Draco stabbing, big line, etc. And I had sitting on a D prison. He top decks the I don't know if he top decked it or had it saying he set the decree, passed, got rid of my Ouroboros, flipped the decree on my D prison, and it was pretty much GG from there. He started gaining momentum back with his dragons and he won. Then going into game two, I went first, drew a 3 gadget hand, I believe, or yeah, 3 gadget hand, D prison, and I think a MST, something useless that I couldn't use, and he pretty much did what Mythic Rulers did do. Draw, 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 draw. Soul charge for 4, Failgrin, and retarded ass field, like redundant shit like Soul Charge that shouldn't exist, and I'll be glad when it's gone. It makes decks that are good, that needed an extra push, get that extra push over the fucking mountain to like broke status. Like Infernities just shouldn't be as good as they are but since Soul Charge exists, fucking slurring. Since Soul Charge exists, Infernities are up there. So yeah, he pretty much Soul Charged for 4. I tried to fight back, but it just didn't happen. So what I learned on locals this week, I really need to take another look at my gadget deck. For some reason, I keep drawing hands where it's like I'm opening up 3 or 4 gadgets consistently, which is odd because I play slot spells, I play a lot of traps, I play the defense, but it's like I'm not seeing my defense. Maybe I need to reevaluate my build and see what am I doing now versus what was I doing last summer. Last summer I had no problem drawing my traps. I was just getting outright beaten by some of the most powerful cards. So shit is getting real. It's getting harder. It's definitely getting harder. But that's how you progress as a player, especially if you're a player like me who plays one deck. Because I'm not gonna lie, before I topped the YCS Chicago, I was getting my shit wrecked at locals every week. Like literally, I will go X2 drop, X1, maybe 1 week, X2 drop, X2 drop, and then by the time YCS Chicago rolled around, my build was fine tuned to the way that it could beat the format, and I just sweeping people all day with a little bit of luck on the side. Not gonna lie, I sacked a few people at the event, but that's neither here nor there. Luck is part of the game. So yeah, I need to find a way to fine tune my deck for this format, and I'll be doing it via my DN Duel series I'm gonna start doing this week. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down in the comment section below. As always, how locals went for you guys this week or last weekend. This is Jumper21 with Locals Report, and I'm out. Deuces, rate, comment, subscribe.